Hello guys, it's good to be back once again. Back for better, honestly. So today I'll be talking on life after school, which is NYC, PPA, and how I got a job. First of all, NYC. After school, next thing NYC, right? I did my registration. I remember the only northern state I picked was Kaduna. The many were Southwest. I can't really place it, Ado or whatever. So I remember before I finished school, there's this my friend's sister that just gave birth. I presented them a gift. So the husband told me when I'm going for NYC, I should let him know that I was going to help me. I was so happy, like wow. Like just because of the operanda, so this is what I'm getting back. I was excited. Like wow, this is good news. So but guess what? When the posting came out, I saw Kaduna. I wasn't happy. I never wanted Kaduna. I've never traveled far. Apart from I've never traveled far, I was not just happy with it like Kaduna all the way. Like I didn't want it at all. So I told him, he called, I told him, say, well, like, I should not worry. He was going to able to swap it, that I should just wait. But I don't believe in that, like, that's possible. It's already out, it's out. I need to go to camp, maybe it's after camp or whatsoever. When my friends called, they like, because majority of them were posted to this our side, Southwest and all of that. I remember when they put the call through that, same way you posted to. I was like, Kaduna, sorry. Yeah, it's what it's sorry. I was trying to motivate myself, like, okay, Kaduna, everything, like a city, Kaduna is like Lagos or whatever. So, well, my dear, I was just deceiving myself. I actually didn't want it at all. So I waited till the day I was meant to travel a day before camp, but the guy said I should still wait. So on the day camp opened, and guess what? This man was able to swap it to Abuja. I was happy, I was excited, like wow. And he told me after I was unable to do any other one that I'm so lucky. In my mind, this is not luck, this is grace. It was just grace of God. It was just God that wanted it to happen. So I was happy. I went to NYC. Now we got to camp from one problem to another problem. I didn't know that I was so excited. I just went for parade ground. That was when the man that was coordinating that parade ground that very morning was saying we should pray that we should not be posted to mention some places like Pali, Kuje, some extremities, that those places are like communities, no water, this one, that one. I should pray like So there are places again in Abuja that you should not wish to be posted to, like wow, from one problem to another problem. Not very new man. I need to do my own research and all of that. Like wow, I better go, don't post me there. I don't want. As I started doing my own research, I realized that okay, the most popular hospital there was National Hospital, Hospital. My mom too said I should go to National Hospital. So I did my research. I saw that the pay was low in National Hospital. I told her, say I should not worry about the pay. It's about the name, whatever, blah blah blah. Meanwhile, when I was in camp, there was this organization that came, FMC, Abuja came to the camp that they needed nurses and they needed to pay them so amount, which was higher than national. But me, I said I don't want the national hospital I'm going to. I already told one of my friends to help me, and she said she already did with her ass. But when the posting letter came out for PPA, I was shocked though. I just saw the hospital I know one that pay higher. But later, thank God that's where I was posted to. On getting to the hospital was beautiful. Like FMC Abuja, like the place was beautiful, was attractive to me, and I fell in love with the place. And it was neat. Like, and that thing, I saw the reason why God sent me there. Now, let me advise you, young, should I say you men and women, let me advise you generally. See, getting there, I noticed there's nothing like secret in this world. You can't keep a secret for long. It's usually open. Or you can't keep a secret. You can't keep a secret. Secret differ from secret, right? I know. But all this secret like you're in Abuja, especially men or some women too. You're in Abuja, you're in Abuja with your wife, you have another person in the girls. All those secrets that you keep far away due to distance. Excuse me. One day it will be open. One day. It can be 5, it can be 10 years, it can be 20 years. One day, your secret will be open. It might not be open to person wanted, it might be open to someone else. Coincidentally, things will happen. So, and there's no secret in this world. No secrets. Especially those deep ones that you are hiding. It should be open one day. Before you leave, it should be open. So that aside, I saw the reason why God sent me there. I discovered them, like wow, and I appreciated the fact that I was even posted there too. But I never wanted to be retained there due to what Freddie discovered. Like, okay, I'm done. The reason why you sent me there, yeah. The reason why you sent me here, I've seen it. I know. I guess let me just move on. I don't want to work with this set of people. No, I don't want it. So now, after NYSC, I'm PPA. Oneness, job hunting. I hunted for a job. I submitted CV in Abuja. I went to many places. I was tired. I was just going up and nowhere. I ended up coming back home. Okay, and I remember, the job that I have now, I remember something happened during my NYSC days. There was this guy that came to the hospital where I was working at FMC Abuja. There was this guy that came. He was a copper. I wasn't wearing my copper uniform. I was wearing my nursing uniform. So he didn't know I was a copper. Like, I'm his fellow copper. He didn't know. So he came for this S certificate that is needed in camp. So the price he was told, I guess it was beyond his budget. I just saw him, he was working, he was worried. I could see his facial expression that something was wrong with this guy where I was sitting. Like, so that thing even just told me to approach him and ask what's wrong. So I went to meet him. He was a young guy. I went to meet him. Guy, what happened? So he told me like, oh, the money they asked was too much and he does not have enough money, blah 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 blah. Like, oh, how much is remaining? He told me, I gave him. So he was surprised. But he didn't tell me I was a copper, but he was surprised. I just decided to help him. So he collected my number in my mind. Oga, I just help you. Don't come and start toasting or anything. Don't think maybe you have seen big madam as per Abuja. I just helped you. But fortunately, that was not what was mine. He just collected the number. He just collected it. Not knowing that guy will be a blessing to me later on. It wasn't immediate, it was later on. The job I have, the federal government job I have, it was through him. I never knew. I never knew it was going to be posted to Civil Service Commission. So back to the gist of searching for a job. I searched Abuja, I didn't see. I came back to Akure. So one of my friends told me about one hospital, a new hospital on the island that was about to be open. That I should send my CV. Both of us sent our CV. We were picked for nursing. Position, just normal nursing position. But that was even later. But I was still searching for major. I came to Lagos. I submitted CV many places in Lagos, Lekki, VI. I was working for one hospital and that hospital, Lagoon, editing all of them. Something CV. I put my CV inside the brown envelope. I will enter inside the building, the hospital premises. Please, I'm looking for the admin or the HR department. I want you to drop my CV. Thank you. None of them called me. From there, there's one I went for an interview in Keja that I was called for. And I passed well. I wasn't the first person that they called for physical interview with the manager. On getting there, then the man was like, I can't afford to pay you because of your qualifications. I can't afford to pay you, blah blah blah. I was just giving stupid excuses. Then the next thing he said, okay, where are you going to be staying? I said, sir, I'm going to look for an accommodation around. He said, no, that will be too risky for you. You are a lady. They can rape you. I said, okay, fine, okay, no, we are done. These excuses are enough. I don't want this job any longer. Thank you. I just left. So, until for a job because I know I came back home. I came back to Akure. I came back to my mother's house. Okay, as I prayed, I went to the mountain, then I came back. Then the job that we got, that new hospital I told you about. So the man just shouted me off like, okay, he wants me to be the head nurse. I don't know why. He just said he wants me to be the head nurse. That he has gone through my CV. He wants me to be the head nurse. And that's all. Okay, fine. Anyway, I told one of my pastor and he said I should not go for the job. That place looks like a cage. I don't fit for that job. I don't know. Like, God, see, I'm tired of staying at home. I don't want to be, I do jobless and all of that. Let me just go, no matter the amount. Though the amount they wanted to pay was 70, but now that I'm the head nurse, increased it to 80. my friend that we got the job together, she couldn't come because of her condition and all. But me, I was having a friend that stayed close to the place, the organization, the hospital. So I already called her that I would come to stay with her for a while. So I went to Ireland, stayed with my friend, started the job. Honest thing, you see all this private company, hey, some of them are not nice. I was doing accounting job, nursing job, pharmacy job, just name it. I was doing all sorts. I wasn't sad, I wasn't angry for doing all of that because I took the hospital like it was mine. Let's say I'm doing all the hospital, I'm doing money, this is my hospital. Because you also wish yourself well, like later in life you can own an hospital and all. So I did like, okay, this is my hospital, how am I going to handle it? So that's where I handled the hospital. The woman appreciated this with what she always appreciated me, but my this, my dad, my dad. Employees, employers, all your employers, please, it's not just by words alone. That's sometimes you just need to encourage your staff, please. Wages, just it gives anything, just appreciate them monetary or something. It's not just by words alone. Sometimes they can be. Imagine I will go to work as I'm doing the work, as I'm still on phone conversation with my boss till I get home. I still be talking on phone. Yeah, I'm home. You're not at peace. I'm looking so stressed and sick. And my pastor said, "Man, this job does not fit you. You are looking sick. You are too stressed." But I didn't mind. I just wanted to work. Another thing, we agreed 80K, right? This woman was removing pension, was removing tax, so I was back to maybe the 70 or so. And I didn't fill pension form, I didn't fill tax form. In Lagos. And I asked, nothing is coming, the person is coming, the person is not coming. That's why they're removing it. You don't know where the money was going. And as per no stress, there are some things that you just take because of no stress, and you don't want to buy it and all. But I knew this is not where I belong. Like, no, this is not my final bus stop. So that's it. So there was one day, my friend's house that was staying, I was supposed to be. I left the house. I came to work one day. Okay, before then, or a week before then, that guy that I told you that I helped at Abuja, a copper, just called me one day that there's a vacancy for a nursing position, blah 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 blah. That she sent my CV to so person, but it's demanding 400K. I should send. I'm like, money for me, I don't have 400K. I don't like. I sent my CV to the guy. I haven't forgotten that one because I just left that. I don't believe in it in my mind. I didn't believe in that job. So one day I came to work and I was to go for an interview a week, like a week to come. So on a Friday, I came to work on one Friday morning. I was going for an interview on Monday at Akure for my state job. So that Friday when I came to work, my friend just sent me a message. Like my friend that was staying with me sent me a message that see me. My brother will be coming over. That's the junior brother will be coming over. And this will not be conducive, blah 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 blah. She just gave me that I should look for somewhere to stay. And I don't have anywhere to stay, honestly. Than mainland. Or like, how will I come from mainland to island? I told one of my friends on the mainland, she said, yeah, people used to come from mainland to island, they wake up very early. They're the one that always looking for, they're the one that always want to be comfortable. In Lagos, that I said, see, that's people. Me, I don't like stress. If you know me personally, I hate stress. If I'm stressed, like if you start showing all over, I can't just cope with stress. There's nobody that can cope with stress. So, and I don't want that for my own life. I'm like, what? Those are people that the ones they are okay with me. I can't be okay with say, don't come to mainland. I'm like, no, this can't work. Immediately I got that message, I was sad. Like, this what happened to me. I remember I went to the front of the hospital and I got that message, like, jeez. I went in front of the hospital, I sat down on the floor on the bare floor. I cried, I wept. It didn't pain me. Like, gosh. Like, if it was to be me, I wouldn't have done that too in the house. So, but it happens. Some things like that happen. I cried. Okay, and I remember I could actually speak in tongues, so I actually did for a few seconds. Then I cried, called my mom, called my brother, one of my friends, if I could raise funds and look for an accommodation within that hours of the day till the next day. But I didn't see. When I closed for a while, I started looking, but I didn't see anywhere reasonable to move in ASAP. So I just took an excuse from work immediately, like, sorry, I'll be traveling to Akure I'll just go to Akure for, I'm trying to apply, just giving them an excuse that I'll be traveling. So I came to mainland. On mainland, I came to Akure. So the interview that was meant to be in Akure on Monday, I was meant to do an interview at Akure on Monday. So I went to church on Sunday. When I got to church, I sat down in the back. But the praise and worship was impressive, like I was moved. I sat down, but I didn't carry Bible, I didn't carry anything to church. After the pastor came to the podium and he said there's a lady here, few days back, you were sad, you were with this, and that spirit in me told me, I'm talking to you, carry, like take a jotter or take something and write. But like, I don't have a jotter now. I just came to church. If I don't have jotter, I say take some blue food, check your bag, open my bag, no jotter, no Bible. But there was this scan result that I was having of a patient, but I can write at the back. So I brought it out. I borrowed a pen from someone there. I was like, okay, I'm talking to you. So I wrote everything the man said, like, nothing told me that it's you I'm talking to. I wrote everything the man said. And I went home. On getting home, that evening I was called from Abuja, like, to come for an interview of that, the one I sometimes said that asked me for 400k. I was like, me, I have a sure interview of Akure that I know on my state. And I know someone, I beg. This Abuja that I'm not sure of 400k again. I beg, I'm not going. Later that thing just came to my mind like, oh, pastor said this in church and it's for you. This one, like, what? I'm not going, Jerry. I was confused. I was doubting. I told my mom, I was like, okay, mom, just call our prophetess, ask her which church should I go, because me, I'm confused and already late. How can I go to Abuja for tomorrow morning? So she called the prophet, and the prophetess said I should go to Abuja, that if I don't go, I'll lose the job. That it's called that I'm not going to go there. That's how I was like, Abuja, time 5 p.m. I was like, my mom said, okay, I should just pack. My mom encouraged me, I packed my load. Then I started the journey to Abuja. I got to Abuja around 1 a.m. or 2 p.m. 1 a.m. or 2 a.m. I even missed the road though. I took bike from where the car dropped me. I took bike to my auntie's house. Because it was dark, I could not see clearly. I missed the road. I met myself that not completed beauty. I just told the bike my bed, start going back to the main road, I will direct you again, like, my eyes were now widely open. I was just like, God do. I was scared. I was nervous, like, oh, nothing should happen to me. But nothing happened. I tried to thank God that I went to my auntie's house that night. I was like, don't try this again. Oh, that was too dangerous. And I'm like, oh, God is with me, Jerry. Nothing will happen. God was following me. Nothing. So I went for the job interview the next day. On getting for the job interview, the first man I saw said I don't fit for the job due to some reasons. Due to some reasons I don't fit, that me myself I know. I was like, well, fine. Meanwhile, one of my pastors just called me immediately, and that pastor just called me just to greet me and pray for me. I was like, well, this one just called me, so this one that has not called me for a month or there's a testimony from this job, Jerry. I went back inside to see him, and I was like, well, there's a man, a commissioner that has the final say if you give me the job or not. But him, no. I was like, okay, fine. But me, I know God brought me here, and I don't think it should end up like that. But I was kind of, I wasn't even sure again. So it took me to the man's office. And on getting to the man's office, I saw the name of that man, the commissioner. And I remember there was one time I was looking for this man. I was looking for someone that knows this man, and I didn't see. But I remember one of my uncles said, oh, the man is his friend, but he doesn't have his number in Kenya. He has lost his number. So immediately I just saw the name. I just trooped in. I asked the man, sir, do you know so person? He said yes, and he acknowledged that yes, he does. Then I mentioned the friend to that my uncle that mentioned his name to the commissioner. And he said, oh, that person is also his friend, that he knows them, that they attend the same church at Akure. And I'm like, wow. And that man that he said they attended the same church, that is the same church that my own parents attend. And I told him, oh, my parents attend that same church. I'm like, really? Who are your parents? I told them, like, wow. Oh, so my parents even knows them. I mean, I was asking my parents, so do you know anyone that can help me this one? Their brain did not go. They could not remember that I even knew someone that can even able to get a job. They were not. They're like, when I asked them, they're like, it didn't even come to their mind that it's also person that was even the computer that see, Like now, wow, thank God to, and thanks to God do. If not for God, then you know that you have the connection around you. But God wanted that. God did not want to use my parent or connection for that. He wanted him to take the whole glory. So I give it up to him. That's how. The man was not like, wow, that this is my daughter, and this one, he asked for my mom's number. He called my mom instantly. I told my mom, congrats, I going to give me the job, no interview, nothing. And like, wow, this is how God work in a miraculous way. So the man that brought me was shocked. That brought me to the man's office that already said I don't fit for the job, was shocked. The commissioner said, oh, nobody has asked you to pay for any money. I'm sure he was aware that they asked for money. I said no, sir, because they already told me that if they ask, I should say no. So I said no, sir. Are you sure? No, sir. Tell me, oh, did anyone ask you? Don't pay anybody. You know you're my daughter. No, sir. Nobody asked me for money. I said, are you sure? I said, yes, I'm sure, sir. Nobody asked me. Don't pay anybody money. Don't pay anyone. Don't pay anyone. If anyone asks you, let me know. Do not pay anybody. I gave you this job. This was. You will say if that I become to that church, that sure if that even given you, I would have gotten a job by now or all of that. But me, I don't attend my parents' church due to I saw that I was just going to church for going sake. I was not going there for I wasn't moved, I wasn't going, my spiritual life was not improving. So it got to a stage that I don't see myself any longer. I'm going to church for fashion and all of that. So there's one time my cousin invited me to his church, and since that day I started going to that church, my life changed. Like I was moved, there was improvement. I started speaking in tongues. Everything was just changing gradually. Anytime I come to that church during the praise and worship session, there's no how I won't drop tears. I was moved. So I knew, yeah, this is where God wanted me to be. So that's why I used to go to the Global Harvest, not the Anglican. So as I was saying, so I was like, well, I don't go to that church, but here I am. God has ready. God knows how to work his things and all of that. That's how I got the job. And the person that was asking me for money disturbed me. He said, the money. I said, okay. Oh, the job I won't be working in Lagos cannot. By the time you add everything together, it's not worth 400k. But I want to say 400k. He said, you can ask my uncle. I said, which uncle? Which auntie? Uncle that I did not see. The auntie I did not see when I was in school. There was no uncle, no auntie. I don't because the uncle and auntie be giving me how much? 200k, 300k, 400k. I'm beg, I don't get uncle and auntie. In fact, they already told you that the commissioner said I should not give anybody money, and he said I should not pay anybody and result and all of that. Okay, I don't have 400k, but I will give you something to appreciate you, which is tangible enough. I will give you. I beg. Don't force me. It was forcing at the point where, like, in my mind, if this guy allowed me to go and look for 400k, where I did not have it, this guy will spend it on hospital because I was already getting vexed inside of me. But I ended up giving him what I have, and my mother called him, prayed for him, and I also did. He appreciated later what I gave him and all of that. So that was how I got a job, and I came back to Lagos to still continue the previous work. Seeing in everything, just give glory to God. Thank God. God knows your tomorrow. He knows how to connect you. There are sometimes God does not want you to use that connection around you. He knows how to make way for you where you know. Like it doesn't. He wants him alone to take the glory, to take the praise. He wants him alone. So that was what happened. And again, learn to give, learn to help people. You never know who will be of help to you tomorrow in your life. That is very important. You never know who it will be. So learn to help, give, and all of that. Thank you very much.